Hey, howdy, what's up? How's it going? Welcome. I got the sun in my eyes. I got the sun to my side. We got a Cooper behind us. What a weird way to start a video. Here we are. Time to work on the Cooper. Let me tell you, we got some lowrider issues, some Carolina squat going on in the back end. Is that what they call it when the pickup trucks are all...
I think so.
You know, that stance everybody loves. Okay. One side of the car is lifted a little bit to pull a tire off, but not much. And you can see, look at the distance between my tire and my inner fender. Go up to the front. Look at the distance between the tire and the inner fender. That's where it should be. Things aren't happy back here. This is the solution. So as my son started a new job and he said, "Dad, let's put some money into this poor old car of yours." What did you buy?
I bought new springs. Well, the complete strut assembly for both sides.
Yeah.
And the rears.
Well, we don't know. We don't think the shocks were too bad at all, but the springs, we now know 100%. We now know are no good.
Yeah.
Want to see what I mean? Come with us. So you remember when you did that brake job, guys? It's holding up rather well, but you see something awkward about that spring. Could it be this extra piece right here? You got it. Well, that's what happens when your springs let go, folks. You'll just hear a snap when you're pulling in somewhere, and it's not too hard of a job to change these out. So that's what we're doing today. We're gonna have to saturate this big guy down here. I think that's like a 17 or a 19. And then there's a couple up inside of here. Actually, right up in here. I can feel there's one. And there's the other. So you don't even have to pull no plastics off. We're gonna get started, and then once it's apart, or once it's coming apart, we'll show you what it looks like. Well, whether you guys can tell or not, by the lighting out here, see, it's darker. Hey.
Yep.
We have had a heck of a go turning it this much at a time. With a wrench, well, sorry, not a wrench, a ratchet, pipe, and a socket. We tried the impact, and the impact is just, it's not having it. And being that we're not up on a hoist, a lift of any kind, we're not actually getting full rotations worth. Could jack the car way up, but I don't want to make this an unsafe working situation. So we're just going to keep plugging away at this. We'll get there. By the way, this guy right here is working his butt off to make sure we get this done.
I'm trying.
Never had so much support and help with working on a car until I had my boy here working with me. So fathers with young sons out there who just would rather use a ratchet like a fidget spinner. I said that, a fidget spinner. Don't worry, they'll come too one day. The next thing you know, they'll be spinning that ratchet on your car properly.
It was one time I used it as a fidget.
Alright, we'll update you in a couple. Alright guys, we got the new one going in. I've got the two top threads, top bolts finger tight. It's kind of a complication to get it in here with not having it on a hoist. I'm going to warn you, you're going to want to lift your car way up if you're trying to do this job without a hoist. Okay? And this is not a how-to or a DIY video. You know, this is just us taking care of a job that needs to be done. We don't have proper lighting to really show you guys how bad that other spring is, but before we finish up tonight, we will. All I got to do now for this side is tighten these two, push this up into position using the jack, and then get that bolt through there, and then it's probably going to take us an hour to thread the sucker back in, but we'll get her done, and I'll do our best. Like, it's dark out now, see, like...
I'm holding a lightsaber for light right now.
Yeah, so we're just plugging away. It's got to be done. You don't leave a car sitting apart overnight. Alrighty, don't mind the radio in the background. It's nothing big. It's definitely not there to make us any money. So, you know, copyright holders, settle down. So we got her in. You do have to lift it up a good ways. It kind of messed up the vinyl a little bit on the sides of the spring, but that's okay. That'll be just fine. Next we'll have to go over and we're gonna show these guys the broken spring that we pulled out. It's all good now though, and this is OEM ride height. Everything should be as factory as it should be. We're gonna throw the wheel on here and then we'll show you guys that broken spring. Alright, do not be deceived, it is not daytime. Nighttime. Daytime. So what happened here is this is a rest. Top of the spring would sit up inside this little cupped bit. The spring would sit here, and that would be the bottom of your spring that would sit here. And we snapped that sucker clean off. I think I was just pulling into Jake's workplace, the driveway. It's not even a rough driveway, but it was a side that would compress the spring. Actually, that would have been the right, but same idea. And it just took it out on the bottom a little bit. We're all good now though. Awesome. Good work tonight, buddy.
Absolutely, thank you.
We'll capture the other side momentarily for you guys tomorrow for us. Alright, we are now onto the passenger side of the car. Well, I guess if you were British, this would be the driver's side. But guess what? We are Canadian. You can see here, this spring is right loose in its seat. And here's a broken piece here. And then here's some brake lines. Lovely. We got an actual flex line being caught up in this spring because it's dropped down below. So when this stuff happens, you really just got to stop driving and fix it. So now we've got our two upper bolts, one in here, another one up here. Soaked them in WD-40 because a car of this age, well, she's thirsty for that WD-30. He is thirsty for that WD. Look at this all. Right? Like this is age. This is age. We want to do the upgrade. Change these cast parts to aluminum from a newer Cooper, and yes, you can. It'd be nice if we could find something with this whole assembly right ready to go, and we just unbolt the old, bolt in the new. It's lighter, looks cooler. It won't end up like this after so many years. Yes. So now, yeah, we got those two soaking. I got sidetracked. We've got this guy right here soaking as well in WD. Where's that rubber boot? We found a rubber boot. This was on. This is protecting the bottom strut bolt and the whole lower assembly to try and keep some of that moisture off of it. But after 20 years, moisture gets in and it's harder for it to get out. So at that point, this can actually be a hindrance. Alright, well, let's get that strut out. It's going to take a bit. Two ratchet clicks at a mother frickin' time. But if you love your car, you'll do it too. Alright, so what you're seeing here might look a little sketchy to you professionals, but guess what? You might not be a professional. You see how this right here is holding up? It's underneath the bottom of the shock. Oh, look what I found. Where'd that come from? Where did you put that?
On here. You're just grabbing the bolt that I anti-seized.
Put it in the hole. Anyways.
I did.
We had to actually put the jack under it, push the shock into alignment, lift it, thread it in, hit it with some Ugga-Duggas, and then screw it in the rest of the way. Now, fully installed. Everything up top's tight. I'm going to give them a few more Ugga-Duggas just to make sure, because we don't got a torque wrench, so we use that dang Ugga-Dugga system. If you don't know it, look it up. It's really handy. So, again, not a DIY, not a how-to video, but hopefully you'll find this handy. We're going to do our first drive with it this afternoon because I'm going to need a coffee at some point. And it just looks good. Look at that. Brand new part under there. Should we show them the old spring?
Yep.
So here's the spring. Here's a little tip for you guys. You don't need a spring compressor if you just break the spring first. It'll just twist right off. There you go. That's the old, even the bump stop up top here is all chewed up and blown apart. The shock is compressible very easily. Wow. Almost easily. You should be able to. It doesn't have a spring holding it. Alright, so we had a battery issue. You look at these stickers right there. That means that this is a factory part. Okay, this car is the same age as Jake. It's 20 years old. And these lasted. These did it. You know, but eventually things wear out. You have to replace them. You don't want to call your ride a safe ride if this is what your parts look like and this is how they come apart. So we're going to finish putting this back together. Thank you all for watching. Jake, thank you for your help.
Absolutely.
Really appreciate having this guy here to help me finally. So many years I waited. You guys know, if you're a long-time viewer of the channel, you get it. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later until something else breaks.